Rev up your engines!
Well, here's why I tell you not to buy new Silverados with those stupid four-cylinder engine turbos. Here's a guy, he had 594 miles on his 2024 Silverado, and the engine went bad. George, who's from Maryland, bought one thinking, oh, I got a great truck. Well, let me tell you, as far as I'm concerned, the last good Silverado truck was 2021 or so, and now they're putting four-cylinder turbos in a truck that was meant for a V8 engine. And guess what? Yeah, the engines blow up. Usually not with less than 600 miles. Sometimes they'll go 60,000 miles and blow, but still. It tells you, they're not made that well. George says, just bought a Silverado Custom 2.7 Turbo Max 4-cylinder. 594 miles, it started shaking. Took it back to the dealer. Turns out the two cylinders need to be replaced. They won't even switch out the truck. They're going to fix my engine. I couldn't care less about a warranty. How about taking back a defective product and fighting with GM for sending you a bad truck and sending me a new one? The customer always gets the short end of the stick. Yeah. Typical, you know, their warranty is garbage. You buy a vehicle, 500-something miles. Well, two out of the four cylinders are bad already. 594 miles. That does not bode well for the future of him in this truck. This is why I tell people, please, listen to me. If you value your money, don't buy one of these stupid four-cylinder turbos. They're just not well made. They don't hold up. And then look at their warranty. Well, two of the four are broken, so we'll fix that, but we're not going to give you a new truck or even a new engine. Can you imagine? I would not want any more of this stuff. Forget it, I'd say. Don't give me this crap. Buy something else. So listen to me. Don't get in George's situation. Just don't buy one in the first place. Well, Toyota's facing a massive lawsuit now over RAV4 and 9 other models because the door lock system doesn't work right. A lot of times you're not able to either unlock or lock the doors with either your remote or the power button inside the car. Now, yes, Toyota has had problems with these electric door lock systems for a long time. I remember decades ago, I had a bunch of customers that had Camrys, and they were actually locked in the car. What happened to them was they locked and the motors melted, so you couldn't unlock the door. The only way you could get out would be by rolling the windows out and climbing out the window. That was it. Now, this is a different problem. This is a problem where you can't lock or unlock them with the remote. You can manually still unlock them. Back in the day, they were fused. You couldn't even manually unlock them. I had customers with those. Boy, they had to have all four of those remote motor systems, one for each door to replace. It was a very expensive thing. Toyota paid for some they didn't, but this lawsuit says, hey, you got millions of these vehicles out here. You knew those things had problems. You didn't do anything about it. It's claiming that 2007 to 2024 model RAV4s, Highlanders, 4Runners, Prius, Tacomas, Tundra, Camry, Camry Hybrid, Corolla, FJ Cruiser have these defective door locks. And I'll tell you, from my experience, yes, they do. And the suit alleges this jeopardizes the safety of the vehicle occupants by causing unintentional door openings during operation, unknown failure to lock the door, inoperable doors during emergency situations, and more vulnerable to crime because the doors weren't locked. And you thought they were locked. You push the button, you think it's locked, and they didn't lock. The customers that are in this lawsuit say Toyota has long been aware of these door lock defects and has routinely refused to repair them without charge, especially when it's out of warranty. See, I mean, they know they got problems, right? Oh, you're out of warranty now. Too bad. You got to play. It's a defect. They know about it, but they're just covering their heinies because it's not under the warranty period. They always look for excuses why not to fix something when they know it was a problem. And good for people for taking them to court. They knew about it. And now people are saying, hey, rattle the cage a little bit. Imagine, maybe you paid $600-800 to have your door lock system worked on. Hey, they should give you your money back. It's only fair, you know. It is a problem with these. I see it. You know, to me, it's kind of a minor thing. It's just the door locks don't automatically work. You got to do them manually. I check anyways. But still, they're touting these automatic door lock systems. If they don't work right, well, hey, they didn't make them right. They should be forced to fix them all free. Well, finally, Toyota's wising up. The next generation Toyota GR86 is going to have a Toyota engine in it, an in-house four-cylinder inline engine, instead of that Subaru Boxer four-cylinder engine. Finally, Toyota, you're making your own. You're not just rebranding a Subaru. So obviously, Toyota's going to have more input on the new generation GR86 because a lot of people are like, hey, this thing's kind of gutless. It doesn't have that much performance. And we all know it's really a Subaru, and we don't really love Subarus. They're cheaper made. There's no arguing that. They leak oil when they age. Guy brought me a Subaru the other day. I'm like, your car's overheating. He said, well, how can I tell? There's no temperature gauge. So I showed him with my equipment. I measured everything. I said, see, it's overheating the temperature. With my temperature going, it's getting too hot. Turns out it has a blowing head gasket, right? And he just bought it used. Well, at least kudos to Toyota. They're ditching the boxer engine in the GR86. They're going to put their own Toyota engine in it. It's going to be a 4-cylinder. And I say, good riddance to the Subaru boxer engine. Put your own engines in the car. Why not just build the whole car, right? And do it correctly. Well, if you were one of the unfortunate people who bought one of those Fisker Oceans electric cars, the company's bankrupt, they had a fire sale, and then they sold all the rest of them for like 10 grand a piece or something, right? Well, realize your car may just roll away on you. It's being recalled because the thing might not go into park, and it might just roll away. As the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said, the transmission of the Fiskers may not shift into the selected gear, allowing the vehicle to roll away, even though you're in driver reverse. And the odd thing is, Fisker said they fixed it in March of 2024 when they had a software update. I laughed my rear end at these software updates. Let's face the facts. They're a freaking joke. Software updates hardly ever fix anything correctly. In this case, it didn't. Now they got to recall them, but hey, the company doesn't even exist anymore. So, good luck at getting your Fisker safe. If you're smart, keep your foot on the brake no matter what you're doing. It might just roll away otherwise. Well, there's a robotics company, and their stock is tumbling like mad because they found a bunch of accounting errors. It's called Symbotic. And it is a $22 billion robotics company. Maybe they had the robots doing the accounting. They have accounting errors. Maybe robots can cheat just like people. Yeah, I say that some of these accountants, they're like robots and just sit there, adding the numbers up, right? Maybe the robots were doing the accounting, and even the robots are learning how to cheat like people. Here's the hilarious thing. Listen to this. The rapidly growing robotics company Sim, which had a market capitalization of $21.9 billion on Tuesday, uses its artificial intelligence-powered software platform to automate warehouses for retailers and food companies. Maybe the robots are like, it's not looking too good. Maybe they'll fire us. Hey, let's cheat and make it look like we're making more money than we are. That's like when Enron and Arthur Andersen doing the accounts. Well, Arthur Andersen doesn't exist anymore because they were involved in the shenanigans that Enron was doing, where they were, sure, Enron moved billions of dollars worth of oil, right? But their cut was only a small percentage, like 0.25% or less on each barrel of oil, right? But they claimed that was all theirs. So they, look at this. But it was really only a tiny bit they actually were making a profit on. They got caught. Enron went, so did Arthur Andersen, and maybe this robotics company is going to go too, even if the robots are cheating and fudging the books. Well, more people are jumping on the autonomous driving car bandwagon. There's now a company called Pony AI, and they did an IPO in the United States. They got $413 million. Of course, that's a spit in a bucket these days, right? Now, Pony AI is a Chinese autonomous driving company, and at least people are starting to wise up. They're not building it up like companies like Fisker and Rivian that were high flyers, and then they went right down, either went bankrupt or went down to $8 a share from $170. They started out at 15, and they ended up at about 12. So it was worth less than what they thought it was, and nobody bid it up to make it into these astronomical figures. If you know anything about the stock market, when somebody does an IPO, an initial public offering, a lot of times they're backed by a bank, and the bank will have like 50 million, and the bank keeps buying the stock to keep the price up as it has its initial offering to try to get it up. Well, I guess these guys didn't have much banking behind them because it ended up lower than their asking price. And again, everybody's jumping on this autonomous driving crap. This stuff isn't going to happen for quite some time, and we all know what's going to happen because people are suing people for everything. And the first time when they actually have fully self-driving vehicles all over the place, somebody gets killed, lawsuits are going to go all over the place. They'll probably bankrupt the smaller companies, right? And the insurance companies, you think they're going to insure these things cheap? They're going to raise the rates just like electric cars. The insurance rates are going up. Some companies won't even insure a Tesla Cybertruck now. So hey, they should put that in their pipe and smoke it before they start putting all this money into, yes, we're going to have another self-driving company, blah, blah, blah. People, stop jumping on the bandwagon, because guess what? The wheels are starting to fall off. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.